Yellow and welcome back. So we are right in the game, and as you can probably tell, there's been a bit of a visual update. I wanted to get a bit festive for the Halloween season, but also reached a big time in the game. And I felt like this visual update would be fun for kind of celebrating that occasion. And that is that we have made it to the merge. That's right, there are no more teams at all. Teams are gone. No more rambunctious rainbows, no more formidable fish. So now we have a whole new game and a bit of a holiday new look for now to kind of celebrate the season. So, what does a merge game entail? Well, that means there's no more team immunity. Everything is now done on an individual basis. So, for now on, there will only be one person safe each week. All the campers will still fight all together for immunity, but now only one person is safe instead of a whole team being safe. So that formidable fish winning streak is officially over. They kept it, they never lost competition, and that's great. But even if a former formidable fish, let me correct myself, even if a former formidable fish, that's a bit of a tongue twister, wins this week, a formidable fish could still go home this week. Or we could see a former rambunctious rainbow go home. Also, you're now seeing the updated cabins. That cabin that we just finished going through is now the girls' cabin. And this cabin over here is going to be the boys' cabin. But like I was saying, now the safety is only going to go to one sim, and the rest are all going to be in danger. So it's definitely going to create new dynamics and new types of maybe even alliances, because people who were working together before may not work together anymore, and people who haven't been working together can finally work together. So I definitely think we're going to see a lot of new changes in this game starting now. Alright, so right up here is kind of the last visual Halloween update that we've had. And this Halloween thing is just for now. We're going to go back to normal setting at the end of the Halloween season. So this is just kind of like a fun spritz up of the place for now. But as you can see, there are 9 seats now. 9 seats for all 9 remaining campers. That's because from now on, every single elimination every single camper will be attending. Because even if you win immunity, you still get a vote in who gets to go home. So from now on, every camper will be at the voting. So it's definitely going to get really interesting. This game's going to change up so much. I'm so excited to see how it's going to go. And speaking of our campers, why don't we go ahead and check them out and see our first individual immunity challenge. Alright, and here's all of our campers, and what fun is the Halloween season if you don't have costumes? So, of course, we have our campers celebrating the season as well, and we'll kind of get a close-up, let you get to see each camper. We have Eli, formerly a formidable fish. He's yet to have to do much gameplay. He does have an immunity idol, and he's also dressed up as a zombie. Then we have Esther, who's giving kind of an upper skirt flash here. She's been on the Rambunctious Rainbow. She doesn't know what it feels like to win anything yet, but she has received some of the least amount of votes, and she was a part of the All Girls Alliance that did turn on each other. So she's been interesting, and I'm interested to see where she goes from here. We have Fable, who's looking a bit upset, dressed up as a witch. We haven't seen too much gameplay from Fable, so I'm excited to see what this big switch up is going to bring to her. Then over here we have Lacey, who's kind of like fashion gladiator, I guess would be the name I'd put for this. And she, much like Esther, has been on the losing team for a while now. And she was a part of the Girls Alliance that turned on each other. Her and Esther are actually the reason it turned on each other. And kind of the reason Fallon went home, because they didn't stick with their votes. So, I mean, it's gonna be interesting if Esther and Lacey are gonna continue to go at each other, or maybe they're gonna mend the bridge and start working together again. And here we have another member of the former Formidable Fish winning team, Zara. We haven't seen much of her gameplay, but it'll be interesting to see if she starts to step up now that she needs to. And also, she is dressed up as Elvira. Then we have Cass, who's kind of I've nicknamed Chaos Cass. She's kind of been all over the place. She's created a lot of enemies, but she's been able to hide behind the safety of the formidable fish. So it'll be interesting to see what will happen now. Then we have Ace, who's dressed up kind of like Victorian masquerade, and he has been able to kind of have multiple romances, but it not hurt his game. He's kind of had a lot of flirtmances going on back and forth with multiple members of either team. And so it's going to be interesting to see how his gameplay is going to change or continue. Then we have Benji, who was the last man remaining from the Rambunctious Rainbows. He is dressed up as a pirate, and his game has been chaotic, I guess would be one way to put it. Like, he's romanced people when he needs to, but then he, like, breaks their hearts right after. I don't know, he's kind of the heartbreaker. And it's still working for him. It got him through that last vote. So, yeah, I'm very excited to see how things are going to go now that the team aspect is gone. Then last but not least, we have Van, who's dressed up kind of like, I don't know, I'd say like a Tron futuristic look. And Van, like Fable, we haven't seen much from him yet, so I'm excited to see like what he could bring to this new format of the merge. So that is our kind of like updates on everybody and everything. But now it is time for the first individual immunity challenge. So in this challenge, as you can see, they are all set up in front of a candy bucket or bowl of candy. And this bowl of candy has a couple of interactions that you can have when you grab candy. There's a long list of them, but all we want is when you stick your hand in it and a little white ghost pops out and candy flies. That interaction will gain that camper 1 point. And if the campers get a total of 3 points, then they will be considered the winner of the challenge. And it's that simple. A good trick or treat to start out the first merge challenge. So with all that covered, rules covered, and updated appearances and updates on the big game, I think it's time we just jump into the game, watch this challenge, and see who is going to be the winner of the very first individual immunity. Alright, so I'm doing this 3 at a time so I don't lose track of what's going on. That's 1 point for Fable. Alright, good for Fable. All she needs is 2 more points. And we are in round 1. And that is 0 points to all 3. Oh, Ace gets 1 point, and the other 2 boys get nothing. And now we're going to jump straight back to the beginning of the line for round 2, where we're going to have Eli, Esther, and Fable go again. Alright, let's see. And that's no points for all 3. Alright, round 2 for these 3 girls. And that's 1 point for Lacey. Alright, she's actually the first former Rambunctious Rainbow to actually get a point. Alright, let's go ahead and see these 3 guys. Alright, that's no points. Alright, that is the end of round 2. So with that, we have 1 point Fable, 1 point Lacey, and 1 point Ace. So now let's go ahead into round 3. Alright, here we go. Oh, and then Eli gets his first point. Alright, that's another new point on the board and no points for these 2. Let's see what happens with these 3 ladies. Cass, 1 point. Alright, and the other 2 girls continue. Well, Lacey continues with her 1 point, and Zara continues with her 0. Alright, let's see how these guys go. And that's 0 points for all 3. So at the end of round 3, we have 1 point Eli, 1 point Fable, 1 point Lacey, 1 point Cass, and 1 point Ace. Still no one to 2 points, so let's see what happens in round 4. Alright, beginning of round 4. And Eli now has 2 points. Wow, Eli's doing really well in this competition. Alright, and these 3 ladies go again. And that is 2 points for Lacey and 2 points for Cass. So, Eli is not alone in his 2-point category. Let's see if any of these boys gain a point. Oh wow, so Ace is now at 2 points as well. Benji is at 1 point, and Van is continuing at his no points. Alright, we are about to start round 5, and let's do an update on the points. We have Eli at 2 points, Fable at 1 point, Lacey at 2 points, Zara at no points, Cass at 2 points, Ace at 2 points, Benji at 1 point, and Van at no point. Alright, let's go ahead, see how it goes. And that is no points for all 3. Let's see if one of these 3 girls do it. Alright, that's no point for all 3. And just to clarify, wrong chair. Just to clarify, like, I'm doing them in groups of 3 so I don't visually get overwhelmed and I can see everyone's points. But they're not in teams of 3. They are playing an individual game at this point. If Ace gets this, then that's the... I was gonna say, if Ace got the ghost, then he would have won. Before we start this round, let's go ahead and do the update. We have Eli, 2 points. We have Lacey, 2 points. Fable, 1 point. Cass, 2 points. Ace, 2 points. Benji, 1 point. Alright, and then the rest are 0. So let's go ahead and start round 3. And Esther gets her first point. Get those 3 ladies to go. Alright, that is no points for all 3 of those girls. And here they go. Oh, wait. I have Lacey going somewhere she is not supposed to. Go sit. Alright, Benji's at 2 points. Van now has 1 point. And Ace continues with his 2 points. He didn't gain any new points here. So we have Eli at 2 points. Esther at 1 point. Fable at 1 point. Lacey at 2 points. We have Cass at 2 points. We have Ace at 2 points, Benji at 2 points, and Van at 1 point. So the only person who's yet to get a single point is Zara. And that is no points for all 3. And they all got the same reaction, but unfortunately that reaction is no points. And that is no points for our guys. I've lost count of how many rounds we've had, but we're going into another round. There was no score change at all that entire round, so it's same as last round. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. I think that was the first round with no points. And Eli officially has 3 points. However, we still need to get through this round to make sure we're not going to have to go to a tiebreaker. But that means Esther, Fable... Because Esther only has, after this round, she still has 1 point. Right? I believe 1 point. And then Fable only has 1 point. So both of them are no longer going to be able to win. That also means Zara, who has 0 points, she now has no chance of winning. Then we also have, let's see, Van, who does have 1 point, but no longer has a chance in winning. With someone already having 3 points. So the only possible people who could actually win this now is Eli, and then Lacey, Cass, Ace, and Benji would have to get it in order to go to a tie. And now let's go ahead and have... It's only 4 left. We can have all 4 of these go. So if any of these... Since these are the people who have 2 points... If any of these get 2 points, they get to go into a tiebreaker against our person who already has 3 points, which is Eli. So let's go ahead. Ace. Did we get Cass? Yeah, we did. And Benji. Let's see if any of them pick up their 3rd treat. Did I forget Lacey? No, Lacey. Okay, those didn't. Lacey? Lacey didn't. So that means that our first individual immunity winner is Eli. So Eli, holder of the hidden power of immunity, as well, the hidden immunity idol, he also has won the first individual immunity. Eli is sitting at a great position and everyone else is in danger. Alright, the challenge has been cleared and autonomy has been returned to the game. But with that, Eli is the first winner of the very first individual immunity challenge. He is sitting in an amazing position. He should be super happy, super elated, and he is energized, so he is in a good mood. I would be too. So that is it for this episode, this and the first Halloween edition episode. So tell me what you think down below. Like, what do you think about the new look of the island for this holiday season? What do you think about everyone's costumes? What do you think about us making it to merge? And what do you think about Eli being the first winner of the individual immunity? There's a lot to talk about. I'll be excited to see what you guys think. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.